Senator Hanson.
Thank you very much. Well,
Senator, you need to seek leave.
I seek leave. Make a short statement.
Is leave granted? Leave is granted for 5 minutes, Senator Hanson.
Thank you very much. Senator Maladiri and the other members of the caucus, First Nations caucus, as you call yourselves, I do understand and respect, and you're asking for that respect, and, as Australians. All we do, or One Nation does, and the rest of Australian people, is we're wanting the same respect back. The respect back that we are still part of this nation, that we are people that are born here, people that have migrated here, that we also want acknowledgement and respect to the nation. To constantly be told this is not your land, Aboriginal land always was, always will be. You are disenfranchising me and many other Australians. The welcome to country was not culture or tradition. It was actually introduced into Australia by Ernie Dingo in the 70s in relation to New Zealand having the haka. Welcome to country has not been a tradition of this parliament and has only just been introduced in the last few years. This has not been a stunt that I pulled just this week. I have turned my back on it for the past 3 years. Yeah. I am acknowledging the Australian people who voted against the voice. They don't want this division that's happening in our country. They are fed up with welcome to country. They want to see an end to it. To arrive on a plane in every state across this nation or, to get a welcome to country, people don't want that. They don't want this division. We have seen land handed back, and we've seen Australians stopped from going to certain places in this country because they're not welcomed there. This is their land. They can't go to Mount Warning, the Grampian Mountains. They can't go to certain parts. They can't do the things that every Australian should be entitled to. We are treated totally different in many areas. I understand the demise of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. I've visited their communities. I've spoken to them. You haven't got the support of welcome to country from every Aboriginal. A lot of them out there have contacted me and said, we are over it as well. We don't want this division in our nation. So it's the stance that I've taken to speak up on behalf of those Australian people that don't want this division. I don't want to have to do this. Order. But the whole fact is that I am actually speaking up on behalf because people don't know how else to protest over this. It's dividing us as a nation, as a people. Everything that I've said right from the very beginning I ever came into Parliament in 1996, my first statement was equality for all Australians. Yeah. But we're being treated totally different. It doesn't matter whether it's education, whether it's jobs, whether it's welfare, whether it's whatever it is. There is no definition to Aboriginality, and a lot of people claiming to be Aboriginal of this nation, they're not, because they can say it. That needs to change. As I said before, I'll say it again. When you recognise and respect us and say that we accept you as our equals in this nation, that we are all Australians together, I never hear it. And where is the protest that I hear of when the Aboriginal flag, not the Aboriginal flag, when the Australian flag is burnt in protest? Why should that be allowed?
Order.
That is not right. I've seen protests from Aboriginal people. I've seen the racism that's been thrown at me because I dare raise issues and I call for equality, so I'm supposed to be the racist of in this nation because I question things. That's not racism. Racism means that you believe your race to be superior to another. I have never, ever indicated that at all. I question, and all I have ever questioned is equality for all Australians. Yeah. And I will stand by that. And I've been the one who's actually gone up to these communities, come back to see the Minister for the Aboriginal Affairs, and I've advocated for jobs at Uluru, Ayers Rock, for those people there. I've advocated for housing up at North Queensland, Bamaga. I've advocated for a lot of issues to do with Aboriginal people and the corruption that's going on within these communities, land councils, everything like that. I've advocated for these people. A lot of Aboriginals come